rock and roll day through the universe. The truck jackknife. The story man must materialize. He said, come on, man. Don't sweat the gear. Get on the bus, no words of ride. Let's move in silently. He gave the gift of the bird song. We were dreaming in the dreamland. Time slowed down. No words of ride. Lips moving silently. Floating through the universe, dreaming the cosmos on a lazy rock and roll day. In this dreamland, traveling in the blue light makes me emotional. As many beings I met in this life, he sticks out the most. We stopped at the golden doors. He said off. He said goodbye. Hand over hand. On a lazy rock and roll day through the universe, the truck jackknife. The story man must materialize. He said, come on, man. Don't sweat the gear, get on the bus. No words of ride. Lips moving silently. He gave the gift. He gave the gift of the bird song. We were dreaming in dreamland. Time slowed down, no words of ride. Lips moving silently. Floating through the universe. Dreaming the cosmos on a lazy rock and roll day. In this dreamland, traveling in the blue light makes me emotional. As many beings I've met in my life, he sticks out the most. We stopped at the golden doors. He stepped off, he said goodbye. Hand over head waving. He said goodbye. On a lazy rock and roll day through the universe, the truck jackknife, story man must materialize. He said, come on, man. Don't sweat the gear. Get on the bus. No words around. Lips moving silently. He gave the gift of the bird song. We were dreaming in the land. Time slowed down. No words of pride. Lips moving silently. Floating through the universe. Dreaming the cosmos on a right. In this dreamland, traveling in the blue light makes me emotional. As many beings I've met in my life, he sticks out the most. Yeah. That song, I gotta tell you, that song was a bit. It wasn't difficult creating the vocals, doing the levels for the instrumental, and that wasn't the difficult part. Because I always try to listen to the recording after it's made on something different. It gives me idea of sound-wise, where it's at, levels. And being an old head recording bootlegs and stuff like that on tape and stuff like that, Some old, true, diehard things always ring true when it comes to recording. +3 plus 3.1 to 3.2. You don't want to be any more of that on the peak meter, otherwise you're going to have major distortion. And a lot of stuff, I've been able to get away with some things here and there, with some power here and there on the levels. But this one, when I loaded it onto my phone, because I render on my phone because it's fast, lightning fast almost. And so I had to go back and open up the studio and lower some levels in the vocal range areas, and change some filter settings. And that didn't really work. It kind of did, but I found a solution in the app I was using, Power Director app. And because when you load the audio file, you touch it, and then a little pencil thing pops up. Touch the pencil. There's a volume control there that's separate from the audio control. I just lowered that a little bit, and it took care of my minor distortion problem that I was having. Because Tommy was up in here earlier, and I ran across a problem when he was in here. I guess he was having connection problems or something. And so I got that fixed and finally got that one uploaded. But this here song here is sort of like Steven's theme song. So tell me, do you notice the painting? It's not really a painting, but on the back wall there, in that right there. It's like I seen something in there. Oh, well, this is the Cheers bar, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Or it's a facsimile, because there was a Cheers bar in Lakewood, up here in Washington State. There was a Cheers bar, I think, in Seattle, and I think they're both closed. Economy killed it, or what was done to the economy was killed. Hey, Tyler, how you doing, man? Hail to you. How you doing? And by the way, welcome, chat. Welcome, everybody. Hey. And so we'll just we'll give this here song a play here, being this is the other song. And yes, there is another song, a third one, and we'll check that out here a little later. All right. I had to pick my jaw up off the floor. You know she got the stuff. She has the points. The game's all tied up. You know the train never arrived. Like the magazine in an archive. Big Cadillac rolling into town and heading from Vendetta. Didn't have no horse in the game. Par for the course. Tapping rhythm from the source. You know she has a score. Stay the course, my jaw still hurts when it hit the floor. I had to pick my jaw off the floor. We saw her shimmering in the light. Touch her, boy, you'll get burned. I had to pick my jaw off the floor. You know she's got the stuff. You know she has the voice. The game's all tied up. You know rain never arrives. Like a magazine in the archive. Big Cadillac for future town. Heading in from Vendetta. Didn't have no horse in the gig. Par for the course. Tapping rhythm from the source. Tapping rhythm from the source. You know she has a score. Stay the course. Man, my jaw still hurts. When it hit the floor, I had to pick my jaw up off the floor. We saw her shivering in the light. Man, touch her and you'll get burned. I had to pick my jaw off the floor. You know she's got the stuff. You know she has the points. The game's all tied up. You know the train never arrived. Like magazine in an archive. Big Cadillac going into town. Heading from Vendetta. Didn't have no horse in the game. Far for the course. Tapping rhythm from the source. You know she had a score. Stay the course, man. My jaw silver when it hit the floor. I had to pick my jaw up off the floor. Saw her shivering in the light. Man, touch her and you'll get burned. I had to pick my jaw up off the floor. You know she's got the stuff. You know she has points. Game's all tied up. You know the train never arrives. Like a magazine in an archive. Big Cadillac going into town. Heading in from Vendetta. Didn't have no horse in the game. Hard for the course, tapping rhythm from the source. You know she has scored. Stay the course, man, jaw still hurts. When it hit the floor, I had to pick my jaw off the floor. Saw shivering in the light. Touch her and you'll get burned. Had to pick my jaw up off the floor. I had to pick my jaw up off the floor. You know she's got the stuff.
Pick my jaw up off the floor. Yeah, I was thinking of Steven for that particular verse. Touch her and you'll get burned. Oh, and when you seen the shimmering light, well, there's a reason why you just seen the shimmering light, because the girl you were flirting with took offense and slapped you across your face and rung your bell a little. Oh yeah, there's a lot in that song there. I've seen some. I personally, I've never been smacked like that. I was smart to put my hand up. It happened once, but I think that person was mostly joking. But I've seen fellows in the bar get their bell rung by a good slap. Like, wow. Yeah, they got slapped good. Their jaw hit the floor, then they picked it up. Mm-hmm. It's all shimmer and light. So yeah, I was thinking of Stephen Walton on that one there. So how you doing, Chad? How you doing, RR? How you doing, Keck? Tyler Mongo. Hey, Tommy. Good to see you again. Hey. Mikhail Wolf. How you doing? Who else popped in when I didn't?
Did you get Keck?
Yeah, Keck.
Mikhail Wolf. RR.
Yeah.
Tommy. Toxic Man Flu. Yes.
Hey, Toxic Man Flu. How you doing? Yeah.
Tyler Mongo.
Yeah. So. Yeah, they had
Parrot Head as well.
Yeah, that
Hail Parrot Head.
Hail Parrot Head. Yeah, the StreamYard chat, it doesn't pop up until like 30 seconds later for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because the main stream, you'll see the chat there. It'll show up there first on the YouTube stream right there with the link, and then in the yard, must be some kind of lag in communication.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're delayed going out, and then their chats are delayed coming back in. Here's what I'd really like for StreamYard to do. They really need a dark theme because I have dark theme on everything but StreamYard, and I get like blinded when I'm looking at StreamYard.
Yep, agreed.
Why you sitting in the dark or a lit room?
Oh, I'm in the dark.
I'm in a lit room, but
I'm in a lit room because green screens don't like unlit rooms. Makes me become the ghost bear at that point. So yeah, that first new song, Journey to the Golden Door. That was literally a dream that I had in 1995, the day Jerry died. Yeah. And so I put what I felt was I guess what I felt was right into the song. And I just had some minor volume issues going on. And sometimes that's either an easy fix or it's a pain in the rear fix. And because I'm not a and I'm positive the fan was off when I was recording vocals, because you'll get a it won't quite sound like a hiss, but it'll got a little bit of a sound that gets into the background. I've left the fan on low by accident a couple times. But yeah. So what
hear it.
What's that?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, the fan on that one wasn't on, but I'm just throwing an example out there why sometimes there might be a random noise that would sound similar to a hiss noise. The sound of gushing air, I guess, near the mic. Weird shit, you know. So, how are you doing out there, and what are you drinking? I'm having a little bit of cognac. Are you drinking some bourbon?
Can't go wrong with bourbon. Well, this week I couldn't go wrong with pretty much anything, but
Gizmo.
You self-identify as a vampire tonight, Wes?
Yep, I am.
Okay. You're appropriating my culture.
Yep, I'm appropriating your culture, man. It's my, it's mine.
You know, I'm just identifying as a bear, man. Yeah. So yeah, it's come to the point where, on these shows, it's become like a little kind of sanctuary, It's where all that garbage out there, and there's lots of it, because we don't have that going on in here. And it's really nice to not have to deal with all that garbage, because sometimes that garbage seeps into friendships that are outside of YouTube, and
yeah,
into family ships as well.
Yeah, true. This is true. Very true. And so it's kind of nice to have a little sanctuary away from the craziness. And so the way I look at it is, and I'm pretty sure my brothers here that are on the panel with me, and my brothers and sisters in the chat, whoever Tina and whoever else will show up, everyone's welcome here. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. I don't give a shit. I really don't care about politics. I've gone back to some old attitudes where maybe just a little bit of that tune out, drop out, and tune in just a little bit of that, a small dose of it, in a healthy way. I think it's appropriate, because I've also gone. I've been thinking about all those times back at the biker bar and all that shit. Bikers weren't fucking afraid to do shit. They didn't care. They did what the hell they wanted when they wanted. And I'm talking about all walks of life. I've seen them all. Every creed you can think of when it comes to bikers, I've seen them all. And their one same attitude is, I'm going to do what I want to do now. And I don't care who's looking. And I kind of got that thing that's just been bounced around inside of my head, where maybe a little bit of that might also be a little appropriate too. Yeah. And then we got little mind teaser shows like I guess you call it brain teaser, WandaVision. And I gotta say, Fat Steven, he's got something there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking deep dives like you wouldn't believe with the show.
But there is some mind blowing stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's a warped mirror of our world. Nothing is what it seems.
I've noticed that. Yeah, I mean that's one of the hallmarks of good storytelling is a little bit of subtlety, a little bit of symbolism, and some really good writing. All of these layers working together with excellent execution, good directing, and good acting. And I think WandaVision is giving us all of that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's been a while since I've seen something that you gotta have to like do a double take on certain things just because it may not be what it seems to be.
Well, the first 2 episodes of WandaVision, you immediately can see, I'm like, okay, Dick Van Dyke living room. I went and searched some images, and I'm like, okay, real close. Subtle differences, and that was it. And then I'm like, oh man, this kitchen, what's that kitchen reminding me of? So I do a search for I Love Lucy kitchen. And it's identical almost, except for the fact that the dish hutch is in place of where the fridge is, and the fridge is to the right. And that's the difference. In the WandaVision, the fridge is in the right.
That's like with the this past episode with the Brady Bunch house. Like it's pretty much identical except for where the stairs are.
And this one here, it's a mishmash. You have the intro and a song that sounds similar to the Partridge Family theme.
Yep.
And then they got that, and they're showing the inside of the living room. The house is completely different. It like you said, it looks like the Brady Bunch house, but it's like it's reversed. Everything is reversed.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? The entry isn't on the. It's really weird. The entry is toward the front of the house, but the entry is on the side of the house.
Yeah.
It makes it look like it's on the side of the house. It's like, okay, the entry to the Brady Bunch should be in the front of the house, but they switched it to the right side of the house, and they changed the stairwell to the right side of the house when before it was more centrally located in the house. And there was just those subtle differences. I'm like, holy cow, are they messing with our brains or what? Because you know the old saying, nothing is what it seems. Because times are weird. You never know. Especially in TV shows. Especially when you got your popcorn and you're watching your TV show and it's like, wow.
Yeah, I have to agree, and I can't wait to see where it goes next week. Yeah, I mean, WandaVision is something that, you know, there were 2 characters that seemed really rather minor characters, and you know, they weren't my favorite characters, right? And so I wasn't even really anticipating WandaVision, but I gotta say, once, you know, it wasn't even on my radar really because I'm not a huge comic book guy, but once once I watched it, because I was hearing a lot of stuff from different people, and I was even hearing a lot of negative feedback on the show. I watched it myself, and I really only have nothing but nitpicks, honestly.
Well, Well, Wes, the reason why I watched it was because Nina Infinity was going to have a live stream, and I can't remember if it was the Tuesday or I can't remember which day that it was. But so night before, I checked it out, and I'm just like, wow. And that's kind of why I watched it, because Nina Infinity, she was covering it, and I watched it, so I'd be on the same page. And I discovered the Dick Van Dyke living room. There was just some subtle differences, and there's something about when they use nostalgia the right way,
Mm-hmm.
they can pull it off. And I gotta say, they use nostalgia pretty good.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yes.
they could have gone and got what's her name from American Gods that played I Love Lucy when she looked like I Love Lucy. She played in
Isn't that Gillian Anderson?
yes, from I'm drawing a blank.
X-Files?
Yes, X-Files. Thank you.
I only seen the season 1 of that. I didn't watch season 2.
I'm in the middle of it.
X-Files.
No. American Gods is the one
It's good.
that I didn't see season 2 of.
Yeah, I haven't really seen it.
And I gotta say, man, she looked real good as Lucy in that. She looked real good.
Yeah, she did.
Oh man, it's like, wow.
Yeah. The comic book fans seem to be the ones that don't like it. RR. I guess maybe they're thinking of some continuity errors, seem to be, or continuity problems, I think is what they're citing. But I kind of feel like, well, especially in this third episode, that they're starting to address the concerns. And I honestly see that as my nitpick, is that I would have wanted them to layer that in even more subtly going forward. I think they're blowing their wad a little bit too soon on that, bleeding it into the,
of them ejecting what's her name out of the
They would do themselves a real favor if they would just go with the breadcrumbs in the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Multiple breadcrumbs, so that way you're entertained, and they do it right.
Yeah, exactly. I think the breadcrumb in episode 2, if they would have continued being that subtle, I think, again, it's a nitpick, really. Because this is nostalgia done right. When they did the first episode, the Dick Van Dyke show-esque kind of show, you could tell that the actors are really enjoying the material, and they actually really did act the way people used to act on those old sitcoms, with the exaggerations and the corny dialogue and the corny stories. And I really enjoyed it. And then the second episode carried that through, and then into the third episode, you started getting more of the traditional acting that we see today.
A lot of our sitcoms, basically from, let's face it, from our childhood, the ones that were reruns that were black and white going into being color and all that, and watching all those growing up, there's a lot of theater involved in the old shows, the way they used to do them. A lot of craft, and that's the one thing that seems to be missing in TV shows that are like that have that feeling, and that were good shows, and ones you wouldn't be bored of watching. Yeah, DJ, I think with their they're having like 30-minute long episodes, and I think they're trying to pack it more, basically what you would into an hour-long show. And they're putting an hour-long show into a 30-minute show. And this one really wasn't 30 minutes. With the end credits, probably make like 28 minutes long or less. Not very long. It makes me wonder if this was a movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've been wondering that.
You know, if I don't know. Well, it depends on how many episodes is WandaVision supposed to be?
I think 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Yeah. I mean, if this is the direction the MCU is taking, I like it myself.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people that are hating on it are just like, at least from the normie side, they don't really understand what Wanda's powers are, so they're like confused. And people want that, since you can't binge it, people want that instant gratification.
Right.
So you can't binge, and they're like, well, this is just poop, because they don't understand what's actually happening, because this is to the MCU's detriment, did a terrible job of explaining what she can even do with her powers.
Yeah.
So on
Hey DJ.
Hey DJ. On an average, if you take 8 episodes and times that by, say, 25 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and say each episode's around 25 minutes, or give or take, that's 200 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
60. So that would be like a 3-hour movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
200 minutes. It's 16, 60, 120. Yeah, almost 3 hours.
The episodic formula works for me here. You can tell that they really love what they're doing with this show. See, when people really love what they're doing and they really take a lot of care and attention to it, it shows. Even if you don't personally like it, I mean, it shows.
Yeah,
And
3 hours and 20 minutes.
As far as Tyler Mongo is what he says about is it based off of House of M? From what I've been hearing, that's the rumors that it's going to be based off of that, and whatnot.
That's what Aurora was saying as well. I better not spoil myself here.
Oh, that's interesting, Tyler. She goes insane and changes reality.
Oh yeah, there's a point in the comics where she gets pissed off and freaking literally rewrites the entire Spider-Man verse. From what my one friend was telling me. Yeah. She's like that. She's Omega level powerful. But like I said, the MCU has done a very bad job at explaining that. Like they didn't in Endgame, you didn't need Captain Marvel. You could have just had her, and it'd have been fine.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of problems with Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, why have I never read that comic? Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into the House of M now.
Yeah, me too.
Interesting.
I know there's also I sort of get the vibe from this show too. There's I haven't read it, but there's a comic series with the Vision where he has like his own family and stuff, and it's sort of done like the old 80s, like the sitcom kind of thing. He has a son and a daughter and a wife that is basically like Vision.
That is crazy powerful when you can rewrite the entire universe.
Mm-hmm.
So, did she rewrite the universe, or did she write the universe plus the multiverses?
That's a good question.
They're layered upon each other, so if you change one, you're changing them all.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the idea that she would be going insane.
Yeah. Kind of got that a little bit in this episode with her. It's like, it seems like every time something brings down the curtain, she's like, nope. And kind of like does her little thing.
Yeah.
because there was the part where, like, in this last episode where Vision, like, sort of seems to be like, oh, things don't seem like they are, and then it just repeats itself, but in the right way.
Hey, fellas, that's really a really good question. What DJ's asking, the neighbors, the guy cutting into the brick wall with the hedge trimmer, and one weird gal, and they're like trying to tell him something, and she's like trying not to let the guy with the clippers tell him something. And I think what they were gonna tell him is, "We're dead."
I think I do think that's what they were trying to tell him. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I think those guys are agents or something along that lines, or they're just like a glitch in Wanda's system or the system, and trying to like, or even Vision's system, because they might be intertwined. And basically trying to warn Vision about everything.
Wow. Man. Just the storyline, what they're doing, the layering, there is some stuff in there. Packed tight.
Yeah. I definitely got Truman vibes.
Oh, yeah.
TJ.
Yep, same here.
World upon world within a world.
And I think the girl that got ejected,
kind of mocking that world, and clowns and all that stuff running loose, and
I think the girl that got ejected
holes popping up out of the ground, ruining the grass.
Yeah, supposed to be Monica Rambeau, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm interested to see what they do in the next episode with her.
Hey, TT, how you doing? So it's Australia Day, eh?
Hail TT.
Hail TT.
Hail.
We've got RR and TT. We just need
Where's
SS
YY?
and YY. Yep. UU.
Or a QQ.
Oh yeah, maybe.
From Star Trek, you know. Yeah, you know, that's the one thing. You know, I probably shouldn't even wonder it. Oh man, I'd slap myself or something. Because I was wondering what CBS is going to do with that particular omnipotent character. Because, you know, they went after everything else, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the show is supposed to lead into Multiverse of Madness. And then after Multiverse of Madness is supposed to be because it's supposed to be from what I've been reading, it's supposed to be like a 3-part kind of thing that they go through, where it's WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness, and then I think Spider-Man 3 is what I've been hearing, and it's kind of all leading to like the Spider-Verse type deal.
Interesting. Is Kathleen Kennedy's contract supposed to expire in 5 days? Is that what's going on?
No idea.
Knock on wood, and don't go outside the next day so you don't see your shadow. You think I'm kidding. That's the funny part. Yeah.
Yep. But I definitely feel the MCU is definitely suited for these television shows because they can build up characters and who they are and explain what they can do better in a series, and then just go right into it in the movie, like if they have a movie. The only downside to that is it kind of makes required viewing, more of a thing.
Well, that's one thing about the MCU that's kind of cool is that a lot of times they'll kind of they'll have enough exposition or introduction that if you hadn't seen it, you can kind of get, still get through it. I don't know. I heard a lot of people didn't like Thor Ragnarok too, but I actually enjoyed it. So.
I didn't mind it. I understand why people didn't like it, but I like Dark World as well. So
yeah, I'm not cut and dry when it comes to movies. There's something in it I'll like, and there's something in it that I might not like, and there's either going to be more that I like or less that I like. And,
yeah.
I didn't like was it Immigrant Song? Was that what it was? The Led Zeppelin song? We come from the land of the ice and snow, with the midnight sun and the hot winds blow.
I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure the name of the song.
It took me out of the movie. It seemed, because I don't think of that song and Thor chucking Mjolnir around, and it just took me out of it a bit. I like this. I like the song, but it just the two didn't go well together. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like topping ice cream off with olives instead of cherries. Like they're great on their own, but together.
And in the Immigrant Song, they kind of sing about the Norse gods a little bit.
They do, but it didn't mesh well together for me.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I'm pretty protective of great bands like Led Zeppelin. Like when P. Diddy did that, did that sampling of Kashmir, I was like, oh, I know Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page must be pissed. And then I saw the video, and Jimmy Page was playing guitar in the damn video. And I was like, fuck Jimmy Page, man. Fuck Jimmy Page for doing this.
Yeah, the Shakespearean vibe was missing, and it seemed like the actor that does comedian stuff every now and then took his place.
Yeah, but I mean, and it was a fun ride. It was a fun ride. It was colorful. It was exactly what I needed at that moment.
I almost feel like they shouldn't have put Hulk in it, and just given him his own movie, but because of rights and all that stuff with Paramount, I think it's Paramount.
Yeah, let's face it. This movie was an Incredible Hulk movie. It was Planet Hulk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, to me, it was Planet Hulk, and for me, that was not in favor of the movie, but I still liked it because a lot of the elements from Planet Hulk. Because when Planet Hulk, all the graphic novels came out, I read all of them several times.
Now I've got Immigrant Song stuck in my head. Damn it!
I also wish
we gotta fix that.
Okay.
Still connected?
Yeah.
It's been many a Saturday.
We're up here, right? Okay. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Get the other song worm out of your head.
Okay.
But
I was thinking something more upbeat like Crazy Clown World, but that's okay. That's okay.
I also wish they could have worked with Edward Norton and had him still be Banner, because I'm not a big fan of Ruffalo. Like, he does an alright job, but I feel like Norton did a better job.
Apparently, Norton's an asshole.
Well, from what I was hearing, he's like really big into the comics, and they told him it was going to be one cut, and they ended up doing the opposite, and that's where he kind of got pissed off about it, because he's a comic purist, I guess you could say.
Oh, wow. Did not know.
Yep. RR agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they did, TT.
Yep.
You had an Incredible Hulk movie inside a Thor movie. I guess. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. I think caliber acting wise, I think Norton's a better actor.
Oh, definitely.
And I think there's certain types of genres that Norton can do better than Ruffalo.
Oh, for sure. I will say, I think Norton was miscast in Red Dragon, though. I did not see him as Will Graham. They gave him like a stupid blonde wig or some shit, too, which was really distracting.
There was an interview I was watching with Edward Norton, and he said he was pulling a lot from the old show, the old Hulk show, and that conflict between Banner and Hulk. And that's where he basically got how he was going to do a lot of that, mix it with that and like the comics and stuff.
Oh, wow. The 70s one?
Yeah, the 70s, yeah.
RR says Norton rewrote most of his Incredible Hulk movie. Wow. I know I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I liked it too.
There's not a boring moment in that movie, I don't think.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because he knows what he wants when it comes to that character.
Nathan Drake.
They're making an Uncharted movie?
Yeah.
Does it see? Here's the problem when you do something like that is that when you have a game that's like close to 100 hours and you try and condense that into like a 2-hour movie, it's kind of a letdown.
Yeah. Apparently, Nathan Drake is the same age as Tom Holland is right now, like in the first game. So,
really?
Yeah. He just looks younger than he actually is, but he's the same age as what he was in the first game.
Wow.
Yeah. It's funny because Nolan North the guy that plays Nathan Drake looks nothing like Nathan Drake. And one of the things that the game does is it takes you behind the scenes when they're doing, the bodysuits and all that stuff. And it's like, wow, there's real acting going on here. This is really pretty insane.
Yeah, with the mocap suits and stuff.
Yep.
Oh, they had Nathan Fillion in that one fan thing play Nathan Drake, and he did a really good job.
Yep. Hail, Steven.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't tell that I'm a real Hulk fan. I like the Hulk.
Yeah, I do too. I hated what they did with him in Endgame. Made him basically hipster Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah, the glasses and all that.
Yeah. Which is fun because they make him Professor Hulk in the thing,
right.
But that was not Professor Hulk.
Yeah, was not. Hey, Steven. I wasn't which Steven they meant until I looked at the screen. I had to adjust something real quick. I was not looking at the screen. Steven, there is a link in that creator chat. You're in there. So, yeah, I think it's time for a wee sip of, not scotch, it's cognac. Otherwise, if I didn't have cognac, I'd have scotch and have a wee sip of that too. Ooh, that's a big wee sip. Working and lurking. Yeah, that's what I was doing earlier. I put together 2 slideshows for 2 songs and made a few thumbnails. I had the main show for today thumbnail done the other day. but I was doing several things at once, and my goal was to do 3 slideshows and get 3 songs uploaded. I got 2, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
Salute.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good
Hey,
stuff.
memes.
Hey, memes, how you doing?
Hail memes of destruction. Welcome, my friend.
Grab your bottle and your shot glass. Salute. Oh, good stuff. I noticed that there is a very woody, kind of mesquite wood kind of flavor in cognac. Every now and then it sneaks out there, and it's like, wow, it's tasty. Sort of like different types of different scotch. Single malts preferred. I prefer my scotch from Speyside.
Yeah, good scotch is great. Love a good scotch.
Good peatiness in the scotch.
Yep.
And again, salute. Good stuff. All right, let's see here. Did someone say something about Crazy Clown World? Crazy Clown World.
Crazy Clown World. Music from another land. I think I got those lyrics right?
I think so.
Every once in a while, my brain gets things confused.
I think my 2 boys are at it.
I heard that.
I thought you might.
Well, my neighbors are
Scottish twins.
my neighbors are having a party, so you might be hearing stuff too from my end.
You know what's funny? There are 39 songs in this playlist. In finding a song in your own playlist, and when it starts getting hard,
Yeah.
Might have a few songs in there.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I actually need to make a collab playlist. Like I have one for Sunday night hangs and video games, just because that's what I'm on that one. But I need to make one for all the just random ones that I'm on.
So by now, you guys have probably figured out that the story man is Jerry Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
RR picked up on the imagery in the one song earlier. Yeah. So here we go. All right. Sound still working?
Yep.
Crazy Clown World, music from another land. Light and sound, surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse. Curators of reality, they have no personality. Music from another land, light and sound in the dark of night. You're not alone, make your own reality. Be the monks in your life, protect mythos and mythologies. In a story for story's sake, the writing's on the wall. The band's playing Crazy Clown World, music from another land. Light and sound, surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse.
The curators of reality, they have no personality.
September 1st, 2020.
Music from another land, like the sound in the dark of the night. You're not alone, make your own reality. Be the monks in your life. Protect mythos and mythologies. And a story for story's sake. The writings on the wall, the band's playing. Crazy clown world from another land. Light and sound, surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse, the curators of reality. They have no personality. Music from another land, light and sound in the dark of night. You're not alone, make your own reality. Be the monks in your life. Protect mythos and mythologies. In a story for story's sake, the writings on the wall of fans playing. Crazy clown world, music from another land. Light and sound surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse. The curators of reality, they have no personality. Music from another land. Light and sound in the dark of night. You're not alone. Make your own reality. Be the monks in your life. Protect mythos and mythologies. In a story for story's sake. The writings on the wall, the bands playing. Crazy clown world from music from another land. Light and sound surrounded by light. I've got my finger on the pulse. Crazy clown world, music from another land. Light and sound surrounded by light. Yeah.
Rock on.
Indeed. There we go. Don't try and touch them buttons while they're moving. I'm serious. Play tricks on you, they will. Yeah, so with this being January 23rd, you know that the Four Horsemen's coming up on 1 year.
Nice.
All right.
And in I want to say sometime after March 26th is the 1 year anniversary of the late edition. And now the Four Horsemen show doesn't happen very often, stuff like that. It's one of those every now and then things.
Okay.
And a lot of times when we're the Four Horsemen, we talk about things that go bump in the night, mixed in with the shows that we like to talk about and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
UFO stuff like that, and maybe urban weird legends and stories. Those are always interesting. Plus, new ones are being born every day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So there is a new song. And if I can find it. Let's see. All right. Land of the Wolf is the name of that song. Let's see here. All right. I believe that is it. All right. About that. So you guys noticed anything weird today at all? Strange?
Supernaturally?
Sure. Yeah. That would definitely be strange.
Well, it just seems surreal and kind of weird. But it's been that way for a while.
It's been that way for the last 60 days or so, I'd say. In the last 30, the weirdness and the weird, okay, someone over my shoulder there, or someone over my shoulder there, or what's all going on over there? And everywhere you go, it just has that feel.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. We'll use this song to expel that. Land of the Wolf. You guys hear that, right? Get your popcorn
Yes, sir.
ready. Funny clowns in town. Wear paper crowns. Paper fools think they're cool. Talking out of turn, you bet. Get on the road. Get your popcorn ready. The wolves roll in the land of wolves. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. Fear the wolf. Get your popcorn ready. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. Paper fools think they're cool. Talking out of church, bet, get on the road. Get your popcorn ready. The wolves roll in the land of the wolves. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. Good night, Cac. Fear the wolf. Get your popcorn ready. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. Paper fools think they're cool. Talking out of turn, you bet that get on the road. Get your popcorn ready. The wolves roll in the land of wolves. The wolves roll in the land of wolves. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. The wolf, fear the wolf. Get your popcorn ready. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. Paper fools think they're cool. Talking out of turn. You bet get on the road. Get your popcorn ready. The wolves roll. Land of the wolves. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. Fear the wolf. Get your popcorn ready. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. Paper fools think they're cool. Talking out of turn, you bet. Get on the road. Get your popcorn ready. The wolves roll, land of the wolves. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. Fear the wolf. Get your popcorn ready. Funny clowns in town wearing paper crowns. Paper fools think they're cool. Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Like
that was the one that I... Go ahead.
Oh, I like the keyboard in that.
Yeah. There's a lot of interesting things going on in that. And a lot of times I have to make the instrumentals longer. Because sometimes they may only be a 2.5 minute or a minute and a half. And most songs, lyrics that I write tend to be the average of 3 to 4 minutes long. And I think my shortest song is Crazy Clown World. But it's the song itself is so magnanimous and just giant and large.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel like it's a minute and a half, but it's one of those things. It's an interesting thing. It's sort of like the TARDIS. It seems like it's longer, but it's not.
Bigger in the inside.
Yeah. I meant to say what I said.
Yeah. See, it brings up mixed feelings when you bring up a TARDIS analogy because
that doesn't exist to me. I've decided to rewrite the stuff in my brain, and that doesn't exist. The bad doctor doesn't exist.
I've rewritten it in my head too. I've already got like a story picked out too. Yeah, you have the doctor, the real doctor, and he's gonna be played by like Mads Mikkelsen. He's gonna wake up in an alley, and he's gonna and it's in the whole first half of the season is gonna be him. He wakes up in like some dumpy motel room or something, and there's there's a TV show on, and he's being nursed back to health, because he just regenerated. And it's going to be like this really crappy show on TV, but it's going to be the 13th Doctor. He's going to say, "Turn that off."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and he will have been regenerated from Capaldi, and he's looking for his TARDIS, and it's going to be the first half of the season is going to be him and his new companions looking for the TARDIS, and eventually they're going to find it at some like some underground rave club, and people are using the inside of the TARDIS as like a bar.
Didn't he play the Doctor's nemesis when David Tennant?
Did he? The Master? I don't think he played the Master.
Oh, then they look a lot alike. I confused those two, if that's the case.
Oh, man, he would be a great Doctor. He would have all the gravitas that you would expect the Doctor to have.
Yeah. And then some. Dripping.
Yep. Oh, yeah, man. You would need somebody of his caliber to be able to bring that series back. And you would have to like write it off exactly how I described the 13th Doctor. It'd just be like, it never happened. It was a bad dream, bad TV show. While he was regenerating from Peter Capaldi.
I freaking liked Peter Capaldi. He was good.
Yeah, I liked him too. I even liked his companion Bill. I mean, I even didn't mind. I even didn't mind having the Master be Missy.
Yeah.
I thought that kind of worked because they had kind of laid the groundwork for unconventional regenerations with the Master.
Mm-hmm. Well, that and with what was it, River Song?
Yeah.
They kind of laid that, with her a little bit too.
Yeah. What I really think would have been cool, when they did the was it the Day of the Doctor, or the Time of the Doctor, the one that had the 8th Doctor in it, that little short.
I think you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't like the 90s Doctor Who movie. I didn't like it at all, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But the 8th Doctor's performance in that short, I was like, I want to see more.
Yeah.
What's interesting is I think they actually let him kind of pick out his costume in the short. He's like, this is what I wanted the Doctor to be.
Well,
and it was
when, because I don't know if you guys remember this, Doctor Who used to be on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was, man, I watched the hell out of that. And
Me too.
When remember when Netflix was kind of online on the computer and you could get the DVDs too and the Blu-rays.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I was getting when the Doctor Who series came out on disc. I rented one of the seasons when it came on, and that's pretty cool. I rented Stargate Atlantis, one of the seasons that way.
I never got into Stargate.
Oh, well, if you're going to be coming out on this channel, you will be, because we've already.
I like the movie. But I don't know. I just couldn't get into the series.
Yeah,
I thought the
because
series-
we've already covered season 1, episode 1 and 2, and because we jump around, we do a little bit of Star Trek, the original, and we kind of jump around, pick our favorites, and I think Voyager is something that we're going to cover. That'll be interesting.
Well,
one of my good friends is really into Stargate. He did some cosplays of guys from that. He keeps telling me I need to watch it. I just never got around to it.
You really got to try and make yourself, because there really is a lot of good writing and a lot of good acting. And if you muscle through some of the more boring stuff, you'll get to the meat, man. And they get to the meat pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I like how Claudia Black and the guy that was Crichton from Farscape are towards the end of that, or at least normal. So
do you know
that was one of the reasons I was going to watch.
Claudia Black plays a blonde in Contaminant on Netflix.
Okay.
It was I'm not sure if it's a regular series or it was just a little mini series, because it was around in 2016.
Okay.
Everything right now for the last, the reality we've been in. Well, that's what the reality was in that TV show. Only it was much, much worse. And if you go watch it, you're gonna be like, "Holy shit! Why is all this familiar? Holy shit! Rehearsal! What the hell?"
Yeah.
Words gonna start popping into your head like, "What?"
Yeah. I definitely like Claudia Black in pretty much everything that I've seen her in. So.
Whoa! Neighbors are setting off some big fireworks out there. God damn, that must be one hell of a party.
Well, I think the party says we're tired of the bullshit. We're going to have fun. If you don't like it, not too bad. We're going to still have fun.
Absolutely, more power to them. Saturday night.
That was probably the rated G version of what they actually said. Yeah, I was watching Tim Pool earlier, and he was talking about how people are starting to be careful about what's in the chat, and that now what they're saying is the channel holder, the owner, is now responsible for everything in the chat and all that stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah, new rules with YouTube and all that stuff been coming down the pike. Yeah.
That well then you're really just gonna have to. Well, that'd be like you'd have to nuke the chat.
I know, right?
Yeah. Well, our chats, everybody in our chats are pretty well behaved with the jokes and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen nothing that would warrant anything like that.
Not from our chat, but every once in a while you'll get some random asshole that will spam bad words and racially insensitive and anti-Semitic stuff.
I have all the racially sensitive words blocked.
But they'll spam it with one letter followed by the next letter followed. Yeah, that's or they'll use symbols in their names a lot of times.
Yeah.
Well, I know if Tommy's out there, if I see it, or if RR sees it, that shit's gone.
Yep. Oh yeah, if you can catch it, absolutely. Yeah, Odyssey, can you hurry up and get on that live streaming bandwagon, Odyssey? Once and even Minds is working on something like that. I think you can even, and at least in the groups, you can live stream.
Tim Pool was talking about it earlier, Steven, about all the new rules that are dropping. Yeah, that channel owner is responsible for what's in the chat and a few other things that we already kind of had a feeling they were going to do anyway.
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking for. At this point, I really feel with YouTube that I'm waiting for another platform to be able to enable live streaming and to have the videos stay up the way YouTube does. And once that happens, probably I will be making that the primary platform, because YouTube especially the dependency that you have on Google, right? Like if you have a Google Voice number and you have, a Google OneDrive, if they nuke your YouTube channel, they don't just nuke your YouTube channel, they nuke your entire Google account. Then that's just way too much liability.
Wow.
Yep.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. I was. It's funny you bring that up because I was thinking about that. I've been thinking about that. It's like, wow.
Oh yeah, I'm already gonna probably ditch the OneDrive for a different solution, and I'm probably going to I guess go over to Proton Mail instead of using Gmail, and I'm already decoupling from Google as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I can't do is I cannot de-Google my phone. I got to have Google on my phone. So
All right. I don't know if you guys have seen Florida Maquis' channel. Do yourself a favor, go over there and check his channel out and listen to the way he says things and does things. He's cracked algorithm. He knows about it. He talks about it all the time. Take a listen to what he's got to say, because he does some really interesting stuff. He's former military intelligence, retired, and his YouTube channel does his own thing, and he's down there in Florida, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got some interesting videos about Antarctica. He's done some interesting videos on naval ship accidents and stuff like that, and he's very knowledgeable. And he's got normally some pretty interesting things to say, and he knows the YouTube algorithm, and so sometimes the stuff that he's got to say is pretty interesting.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's very interesting.
yeah, I'll have to check it out. So yeah, Odyssey is still syncing my videos from YouTube.
Yeah, how does that work?
Well, so
oh man, you want to talk about a lot of particular things going on? There's a whole bunch of just things going on, man. But it's where I'm just at this point to where make a song. I'm gonna get around to doing some other videos here soon, and I get real tuned in to writing songs and all that, and it takes up. It's not so much the writing of the song that takes a lot of time, or really doing the vocals. It's the slideshows, the thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
Those can consume a lot of time. And a lot of times I'll get those done ahead of time. I try. Distractions, distracted by every freaking thing, man. Sometimes I just gotta I'll do a 48-hour, no news, no nothing, and I'll probably mostly look at stuff to do with the planets.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so it'll probably take a little over a week for mine by a hair or so. So yeah.
Yeah. See, they probably they told me that I didn't meet some of the requirements, and so I asked for a waiver, and they granted me a partial waiver. Like they've capped my videos at 90 minutes, so they'll only transfer 90 minutes of the content over.
Oh.
Why wouldn't they just transfer all of it, did they say?
They said you don't have enough views and you don't have enough subs.
Oh, wow.
And I said, ouch. And they said, thanks. They laughed at me.
Wow.
Oh, so you basically have to have enough views and subs over here to transfer everything over there.
Yeah, I think I was at 491, and they gave me the waiver for the and moved me to the 500 sub requirement, because the 500 sub is the next tier up where you get the 90 minutes. And then Steven, I think, because he's over 1,000, probably they'll transfer everything. I think it's like 2.5 hours when you have 1,000.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, there goes being able to transfer some of my game streams over there.
Right. Yep. Yeah, they're still transferring it. It's been more than a week. They said check back later, please.
You know, it's really funny how it changes the tab when you do that.
Let me make sure I'm subbed to you, Steven. Let me see what's going on over there. I need to re-find everybody over there, too. I think we're getting mines figured out.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's kind of looks like the way Twitter did when it first started. Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Your content's all up there.
Let's see.
I guess it'd probably be helpful if I posted those links in there.
That reminds me, I gotta get the put all the info in the drop down. All right. A lot of times I get doing a bunch of things at once. Things can slip by you.
Tell me about it.
Weird, I don't know, just weird shit, man. Yeah, I received a message from one of my friends. He vibrates on a higher plane. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And his message was peace and calm. Stay home and focus on desired outcomes as we are not done. Basically, it's about good energy and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And it's like, whoa, that might be a song someday soon. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Odyssey has 1S. Whoops. 1S, 2 E's. Damn it. Oh, well.
So is that party next door, Wes?
Oh, you're hearing the woo and all that stuff?
I heard that, yeah.
Someone's having fun.
Yep, big party.
And fun. All right, let's use that. Once again, doing several things once. As soon as this thingy here lets me see it. Oh, that was weird. Not supposed to play. Why is it?
But I have a mines too, but I haven't really been messing with it much.
I had a Minds its name was something else, and I just changed the name to my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I think I'm pretty much done with Twitter. I haven't really been on Twitter a whole lot. Mines is nice because they just have a lot more common sense people over there. And if somebody disagrees, they'll be willing to engage in a dialogue with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always good. So that's what needs to happen more.
It really does, I mean, some of these, and what's funny is that, the biggest purveyors, of propaganda are the people that tell us that we have succumbed to propaganda. And kind of, I think one of the symptoms of succumbing to propaganda is not questioning kind of your values, checking the information you're getting. And when you're not doing that, maybe you might be succumbing to propaganda. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the news, let's honestly, the news has probably been crap for a long time, and now it's just become hyperbole.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I really I pay attention to the headlines and headlines, and I'll catch a little of this, and I'll catch a little of that. But watching too much news, man, can give you stress. That's all it does. And a lot of times I'll just a little bit here and there, and then I will do other things. So this
Good
song
idea.
here, it's a decent song. First time I used the Carvid, I think, or the second time. How's it sound?
No sound.
Had a feeling. Could have swore I clicked that audio. Oh, that was weird. How about now?
Yep, we got sound.
Remember walking in the summertime, simple times indeed. Sitting watching the water go by, feet dangling in the water side. Hear the sound of birds on the days on by, wishing for simpler times, waiting on the rain. In warm days, feel the rain touching, rippling on the riverside. Do you remember summertime, rain and mist in the air, laughter in the air? We never had a care.
Salute.
We dared, we rebelled, we never had a care. Summertime, rain and mist in the air, laughter in the air. Remember walking in the summertime, simple times indeed. Sitting, watching the water go by, feet dangling in the water side. Hear the sound of birds on the fly. Days gone by, wishing for the simple times, waiting on the rain. In warm days, feel the rain touching, rippling on the riverside. Do you remember summertime rain and this laughter in the air? We never had a care. We dared, we rebelled, we never had a care. Summertime rain and this laughter in the air. Remember walking in the summertime, simpler times indeed. Sitting watching the water go by, feet dangling in the water side. Hear the sound of birds on the fly. Days gone by, wishing for simpler times, waiting on the rain in the warm days. Feel the rain touching, rippling on the riverside. Remember summertime rain and mist, laughter in the air, we never had a care. We dared, we rebelled, never had a care.
them buttons there trying to trick me. I was like, I went to click on it, it moved again. Like, oh, you lol. Oh, and just so you know, cognac will put a hole in your house pants if you drip a little bit on it, and it stays there.
No.
Whoa.
Well, I have a habit after I empty the shot glass into my gullet, and the little tiny bit, I'll turn around, tap it on my knee. Right where I tap it on my knee, I got 1, 2, 3 holes. Coincidence? I think not. They weren't there 3 weeks ago.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
In the hole in the universe too, though.
How many grains is your vape juice, Wes?
Gosh, I think I was doing the man. They gave me like the 30 milligram the last time.
Oh wow.
I picked up the 4, so I'm weaning myself off because I've been vaping too much.
Mine is 5 grain. It's the Virginia. It's a jewel vape pen, and I used to think that Virginia tasted horrible. Now I kind of got used to it. It doesn't bug me no more. But you can give yourself a pretty good headache with a nicotine vape pen. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. You get especially with like the 30 milligram. I was like, whoa.
It's not like chain smoking a pack of cigarettes or anything like that. With a vape pen, you can get yourself a good jolt of nicotine.
Yeah, it's almost to the point where, you know, I had because like years ago I was trying to quit smoking, right? One of my friends gave me a bunch of nicotine gum, but they didn't give me a tutorial on how to use it.
Ooh.
So I popped like 3 or 4 of those in my mouth and I started chewing it like normal gum. And I almost passed out and threw up immediately, and it felt like I got kicked in the chest by a mule or something. It was like, oh, you're not supposed to chew it that way.
I remember getting very lightheaded off of just one piece of nicotine gum. Ooh. Wow, you got lucky.
Yeah, what apparently what you're supposed to do, folks out there, if you're a smoker or trying to quit, and somebody gives you nicotine gum, you're supposed to bite down on it like once, possibly twice, and just kind of let it drip out, and just keep it in your mouth. You don't chew it like normal gum, otherwise that happens.
Yeah. Get the sweats.
Yeah, I think the next 10 minutes were definitely a blur. Yeah, that could have been pretty bad. I did not get a tutorial on that.
That's a friend of mine's got one of those big frickin' steam cannons, vape pen. It's literally it's about around big as a roll of $50 and probably about 7 inches long. And man, he had that thing cranked all the way up, and I took a puff off of that, and oh man, did I get some nicotine there? Oof.
Yeah, I think that was my first experience with one of those new ones like that. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of nicotine.
He's like, oh shit, I had that turned up a little more than halfway. It's like, yeah, it's okay. I just got my nicotine for the next 10 hours.
Yeah. Yep.
So the next song is The Court Jester. So is there anything else that we caught in WandaVision?
I think that we're going to need to watch it some more to find out where it's going. But just my nitpick is that I wanted them to kind of more breadcrumbs, and I think in the last episode they were just a little bit too peeling back the curtain just a little bit too much.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely an air of mystery going on.
Mm-hmm.
And Vision is like, okay, something doesn't seem right, but I'm in my happy place.
Yeah. Like I could see, like with your point there, Wes, like then this, not this past episode or the episode we just watched, but next week's episode being the one where they kind of pull the curtain back a little bit, and not this one that we just had. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's gonna be 8 episodes, kind of like the first half of the season be like breadcrumbs, and then after that, start peeling back the curtain.
Yeah, exactly. Like how they did it last episode. I thought that was perfect. How they start, just a little breadcrumb. There's a noise. You're not sure what it is.
Yeah.
You have something that doesn't necessarily fit in with that world, but we don't know what it is really. It's just what is this? Why is this here? That's strange. And then just like have move on, and it's do it that way.
Yeah.
So it seems like every time Wanda starts getting to a little bit a hair of truth, snaps it back.
Yep.
And it happened with the beekeeper.
Yeah, that beekeeper part was kind of weird.
Kind of ominous in a way, yeah. Almost creepy, right?
I think that's somebody trying to break in.
I think so too.
And because that bubble or whatever that we saw towards the end of this week, I don't think it goes below the ground. So
yeah, there's definitely some something strange going on for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely something strange going on, and I'm curious. It's got my attention.
Yeah, same.
Yep, absolutely.
I think I'm gonna have to watch tonight's episode again. Watch it on the big screen.
Mm-hmm. Do a Steven and do it frame by frame.
Oh,
that's what he's been doing.
Oh yeah. We'll play a song there, Tommy, to rock you out the house.
Hi, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
Night.
For us court jesters.
I'm a court jester just looking for a laugh. Maybe laughing at you. Just wanna be free in thought. Nothing works the way it's supposed to. But it all turns out right in the end. I'm here till the end. And I won't shut up. Put up, rock it out. Sometimes you walk through the darkness before you see the light. I'm just a court jester, fire from the North Star. Days late and an hour short. I'm a court jester just looking for a laugh. Maybe laughing at you. Just wanna be free and thought. Nothing works the way it's supposed to. But it all turns out right in the end. I'm here till the end. And I won't shut up. Put up, rock it out. Sometimes you must walk through the darkness before you see the light. I'm just a court jester, fire from the North Star, a day late and a dollar short. I'm a court jester, just looking for a laugh. Maybe laughing at you, just wanna be a free in thought. Nothing works the way it's supposed to, but it turns out right in the end. I'm here till the end, and I won't shut up. Put up, rock it out. Sometimes you must walk through the darkness before you see the light. I'm just a court jester, fire from the North Star, a day late and a dollar short. I'm just a court jester, just looking for a laugh. Yeah.
It's a good tune, good rockin' tune.
Yeah. It was inspired by Kurt Russell. Yeah. Yeah. I found some inspiration from that guy. I love his movies. Hey Tina, how you doing? What's going on? You got a drink in your hand, hopefully, or a cup of tea, or a cup of coffee, whatever drink you like to drink to enjoy oneself on an evening, on a morning, or wherever it's at. Because I'm about to have me a little bit more cognac. See, cognac really isn't a shot kind of. It's not really a whiskey; it's a brandy. But it really feels like a whiskey sometimes. It's a sipping thing, and you take a sip, and you kind of let it half evaporate a little bit, and there's all kinds of flavors. Salute. Wow. Because basically, you're supposed to breathe in the fumes from the cognac through your nose and your mouth at the same time. You taste the caramels. You taste the wood that it was in the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Scotch lover, and I like my Scotch, but darned if I haven't become a admirer of Hennessy cognac. And I don't remember the name of the top shelf cognac that my friend had at the tequila bar when it was called the tequila bar. It was that shit that was like $25 for $25 for a sherry glass. It's roughly 2 shots, maybe, in a sherry glass. 2 full shot glasses dumped into a sherry glass. And that drink there, it was something that you drink slowly. You hold it in your hand, and he used to. He's like, "Hey, you want some cognac?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so that's how I was turned on to cognac. And man, I don't remember the name of it, man, but that was really good. It was better than Hennessy. But Hennessy's good. I like Hennessy, but this stuff, man. But we're talking probably expensive. Hey, Jim Beam. I drank a lot of whiskey in my teenage years, my young teenage years. Yeah, I was a little alky, I gotta say, when I was a teenager. I got to know Jim Beam. I got to know Yukon Jack. Got to know Jägermeister pretty well. Got to know Everclear real good. That was the go-to back in those days. Yeah, I kind of figured that. It's kind of why I'm talking about whiskey a little bit here and there. Play one more song, and Well, maybe two more. We'll play two more for you, Tina, and we'll go ahead and take it out into the sunset that's not there. We'll have to catch up with it though. Well, yeah, I have basically I've got appreciation for cognac. For one, I can operate under its influence. Well, not a vehicle, a computer, live stream. Yeah. Don't drink and drive. Yeah, don't do that. And have someone that's sober that can drive, designated driver. Because back when I wasn't drinking, guess who the designated driver was? Me. Yeah. So my friends were able to get crazy, get nuts, and get drunk, and I drove. But yeah, I've grown an appreciation for Hennessy. I got to say, Glenfiddich is probably one of my favorite single malt Scotch. I like a 12-year-old. I think the first time I had Glenfiddich, I think I had the 18 year. I think it was. I think I ordered it from it's like Scotch.com or something like that. Is that stuff real expensive, Tina? I'm not sure what the name it was. We're talking like 20 years ago or more. But I think it was like $79 I paid for it. It was a really, really good deal for 18-year-old Glenfiddich.
I haven't had Scotch in a long time.
Yeah, that could be the stuff. Ooh. Yeah,
wow.
Well, it was $25 for a sherry glass, 2 shots in it at the bar. That was the top shelf stuff. And normally, because at the time I was working closing at Wendy's years ago, and there was a couple shifts where I got off at like 8 in the evening, and next day I was off. So I was already changed and all that when I went to, because it was right up the block away or so, and he normally gave me at least 1 sherry glass free. I always mopped his floor for him so he can get the hell out of there, and then we can go to the party that was happening. Good friends, man. Good fella. Yeah, good guy. No longer with us. He's on the other side. Good people. And but yeah, I got a real appreciation for cognac. Pretty fond of Hennessy, actually. But when it comes to Scotch, I like Glenfiddich. There's a couple others that are out of Speyside too. I just can't remember the name quite. So here we go. Want to do a song? Then you guys want after that? Tell them what you got going on and all that stuff, and then we'll play with our song after that.
Sure,
sounds good.
All right, sounds like a plan. Fly with the eastern sun in the morning light. A surf beating the sand in the wind, a whirling around, flying through the sands of time. Surf beating the sand in the wind, a whirling around, flying through the sands of time. Flying through the sands of time, in the sands of time, walking with me in time. We will figure all this out. We
will figure all this out. Fly with the eastern sun in the morning light. Surf beating the sand, sand in the wind, whirling around, flying through the sands of time. Surf beating the sand. Playing with the eastern sun in the morning light. Surf beating the sand, sand in the wind, whirling around, flying through the sands of time. Surf beating the sand. Sand in the wind, whirling around, flying through the sands of time. In the sands of time, walking with me, walking with me. In time, we will figure this out. Fly with the eastern sun in the morning light. Surf beating the sand, sand, sand in the wind, whirling around through the sands of time. Surf beating the sand. We fly with the eastern sun in the morning light. Surf beating the sand, sand in the wind.
Yeah. Beautiful sunset, eh?
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Question is, did it pause? Sometimes it doesn't when it's spinning wheeling. All right, gentlemen, tell them what you got going on, and then we'll play this here powerful song. Yeah. Start with you, Wes.
Oh, all right. Yeah, what I've got going on my channel. Yeah, on my channel, we'll have the return of Trekking on Tuesday and whatever Wednesday next week, and I probably may at some point attempt to do a gaming stream tomorrow. Just depends on how things shake out with work. But yeah, catch me at youtube.com/WestMoodyWebcast and odyssey.com/WestMoodyWebcast and minds.com/WestMoodyWebcast. Hope to see you there, my friends. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Angela Straven. You can find me here on YouTube and on Minds and Twitter, even though I'm slowly not really doing much with that either, on Twitter at least. I do gaming, and then I have like Gaming Lounge as well, where I have a weekly show with Culture, Kai, Runner, Words, and Atlantean. We cover basically everything that's going on in news for the week, and we're also going to be uploading other stuff on there as well, so stay tuned.
You got any links you want to throw in the chat there?
I can throw them in then.
I believe you're modded. Are you in the chat? I thought you were in the chat there.
Yeah, I'm modded. I'll just throw them in here in a sec.
All right, throw them in there when you're ready. All right, we shall play this song and then say goodbye to the chat and all that good jazz. Dark winter no more, calling on the gods of old. Stand in the white light, all in the night. Ready to ride, I hear the sound. Call to ride forth, bring the wind, bring the light.
Call the wind, calling the wind. Feel the wind, wander around the world. Round the world, dark of day, night, night to day. Shine on the land and the trees, if you please. Four corners where the wind dwell, in the dark of day, night to day. Cast on the wind, let the sun shine. Feel the wind, you hear who's calling. The wind finder, call the elemental, bring the green of the earth. Dark winter no more. Calling of the gods, oh. Dark winter no more. In the white light. Calling the nights, be ready to ride. Hear the sound, call to ride. Come forth, bring the wind, bring the light. Call the wind, calling the wind. Feel the wind, wandering around the world. Dark of day, night to day. Shine on the wind in the trees, if you please. Four corners where the wind dwells, dark of day. Night to day, cast on the wind, let the sun shine. Feel the wind, do you hear who is calling? The wind finder, call the elemental, bring the green of the earth. Dark winter, no more. Dark winter, no more. Calling on the gods of old. Stand in the white light. Stand in the white light. Call the night. Ready to ride. The horn's been sounded. Come forth, bring the wind, bring the light. Dark winter, no more. Yeah. That'll do it.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you, chat. Thank you for being there and putting all the wonderful things in the chat and taking part and basically making this fun for us and the exchanges that we have and the stuff that you bring. We appreciate it.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks
That's
for
what
being
it
here,
says.
people.
Best chat in the community. And maybe one or two things to take away. Peace and calm and focus on desired outcomes, eh? Yeah. So have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you for coming out and hanging out. We appreciate you. Hail.
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 Good night.